everyone. Today I'm doing a Rebel look, Charlotte Tilbury green palette, which is now on me, and I will take you step by step to show you how I've done it. This is the palette, and I will just do quick swatches for you as well, and if you want to see how I've done it, please keep watching. So the shades are Prime shade, Prime, Enhanced, Smoky and Pop. So she's using the three of them for, apart from the pop one, for the day, and enhancing the look for the evening by using pop shade, which is basically, it's a glitter of gold and green in this particular case. Prime, Enhanced, Smoky and Pop. So pop is not just gold, it's not just green, it's a gold and green. These are absolutely beautiful. So I'll just show you how it looks on there. And if you want to see how I've done it, please keep watching. So the first thing to do is to do your foundation and concealer. Nothing else, or obviously brows, but nothing else goes on until you've done your eyes. So I'm doing this video in both Russian and English, and you might notice that by the time I get to English on this eye, parts on this eye was already done. So that's I'm doing in Russian this side, and this side in English. So bear with me. I'm doing this two separate videos so it doesn't annoy those who don't understand Russian. So thing to do, the first one, once you've done your foundation and your brows, into Prime shade you take a blending brush. I'm using Wayne Goss blending brushes. Charlotte Tilbury blending brushes are equally good, and it goes into Prime shade of the palette, and it goes all over the eyelid, in circle motions or any other, and it goes from the top of your eye till under the brow. So that creates a good sort of foundation for further colors. So the next thing you do is to put a smudgy brush into the prime color, and it goes into the corner of your eye in circular motions to make an effect of an open eye. So when I watch Charlotte Tilbury, what I realized she does, she uses each of the colors of a palette with a blending brush first, and then she repeats pretty much the same with a smudgy brush, because that brush gives a little bit more definition where you want the color to go, but then blending brush over again makes it a little bit more better blended. So first thing is we take Enhanced shade, and it goes into the socket of the eye here, and the circular motions, or like windscreen wipers motions, it goes pretty much into the sort of bend of the eye and V shape. You make it like a V shape. And a little bit underneath. And now with a smudgy brush we repeat the same color, goes into on the top of a lid, a little bit in, if you want, depends on how you want it, stronger or lighter, and underneath the bottom of your eyelid, bottom of your eyelashes. So that's at the moment like that. The only thing that she doesn't do is she doesn't use smoke shade, which is that darkest shade, with a blending brush. So she's using smudgy brush, and it goes onto right on the top of the eyelashes, a line to make it more defined, and a little bit in into the socket of the eye. I don't do entire line here. It makes it too heavy for me. It's sort of my own variation. So the what she does is also dialing it up for the evening. So for the evening we would use pop shade of a palette, which is this, and it's basically just using a finger like Charlotte Tilbury does. For pop colors, for glitter, for that shine, sort of texture of the color, is always better to use fingers because it gives you better usage and a better control as well. So it's more of a sort of gold and golden green. I absolutely love this palette. It's so beautiful. And it goes on the top, in the middle of your eyelid. So what I haven't done is I haven't done pencil, but I will in a minute, and finish off with eyelashes. So the only thing I haven't done is I haven't used pencil as much as I should on this look. I'm going to use Dior pencil because it gives me, it's better line sort of on the top of a color, as well as it's just better for me. I use it more. But Charlotte Tilbury Barbarella Brown is very good for this purpose. However, I use a lot Audrey pencil, which is just fantastic powder-based pencil. But I think powder-based pencil for this one is not going to be strong enough. So what I'm doing now is I'm finishing the look. I've done a bit of sculpturing. I use Tom Ford. It's a little bit too intense. I like this actually, Harmony. I'm using Harmony MAC. And that brush, just squeezing it, or I have another brush specifically for that, which is very sort of thin. And then I'm going to use a little bit of a highlighter, Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. On the bridge of the nose, Cupid bow. Yeah. I love that beach stick. I use it for fresh look. So you're doing this on your cheekbones. And finish off with finishing powder. I have plenty of different ones. I've got this is translucent powder, which is extremely good, really good. I have Dior Flawless. This is also translucent powder. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury today because we are into sort of Charlotte Tilbury thing. So this is her Flawless Finish powder, which is actually really good. So powder, I'm using Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. It doesn't come with a sponge, so I used sponge from my old powder, but when at home I use it with a brush. You shake off excess and you only do sort of front T-zone that of a face. I do not ever do side of a face because that makes it a little bit, it gives a little bit luminosity. So that's what I want. And finishing off with Full Fat Lashes Charlotte Tilbury mascara, which I found to be the best mascara actually I had for a long time. So I'm gonna go through mascaras. I do separate review because I had some shift in my sort of preferences, and I will explain why, and I'll show you what not to buy as well, in my opinion. So that will be next one. Okay, so we just finish off with full fat lashes, mascara, and it will be a final look. Oh, lipstick as well, of course. So now I'm going to just use one of my favorite lipsticks is Charlotte Tilbury Beach Perfect as a neutral lipstick, because I think it probably will suit better for my green eyes today. And her Pillow Talk pencil. So that's it for today. I was making some comments in the past about the Charlotte Tilbury eye palettes being not very well utilized. If you take them with you, you have to take brushes. You really have to take brushes with you if you travel. But to be honest, if I put it in the morning, I do take it with me just in case, but I actually never touch up. I don't have to. It's really, really highest quality. You probably know that she was helping Tom Ford develop his some of the first makeup lines. So that was she was participating in that. So when she did her online, that become equivalent of equivalent of Tom Ford, the same sort of quality, slightly more expensive if you calculate per gram. But what I was saying, that I never need to touch up, it stays on. I also benefit from using this Urban Decay All Nighter. As just a spray, if you go for a day and you need to maintain your look throughout the evening, which most of the time we do, I quite like using that. It just fixes it. Eyeshadows, definitely perfect, perfect quality. I did my review, I think it was September, a few months ago now, on Dolce Vita, how I did Dolce Vita look, but actually all of her palettes are absolutely superb. I hope it was useful, and I see you soon. Okay, bye.